Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name is Bobby Waldron and this is the Genesis Models show, 17th of July 2015. We're also in HMS Victory Week, which I've been building all week. Just to also let you know, we've got the group build competition winners to be announced at the end of this show, so stay tuned for that. But as for the victory, we have episode 10 is up on the site now, and basically with this one we've been really sort of working on those gun ports. Those gun ports are a little bit of a nightmare because there's like 100 and odd of them, and cutting them out is not an easy task. So I have been messing about, experimenting with like easier and quicker ways of doing things, and basically at the end of episode 10 there's a nice way of sort of doing it with a rotorcraft tool. It is easier, and I'll show you how to use it and everything, as well as showing you how the magazines show you how to do it. But actually I then found out another way that just popped into my head, and I thought, right, I should, fingers crossed. I have ordered the tool, it's right down here as well, so hopefully I'll be showing you that in the next episode, how to really just zap them gun ports out like really quick. Next as well is competitions. July competition. I was ill last week, so I didn't get to announce it, but I'm going to announce it now. And also when it comes round to actually giving out the competition prize, it would normally be the first Friday of August, which is the 7th. However, I'm on a holiday there, so it's going to roll over to the next Friday, which will be the 14th of August. So the competition prize is going to be for July is a Edard 148 scale Focke-Wulf 190 A8R2. It's a Provi pack. I have got an inbox review of this to show later on in the show. Really does look like a good kit, so if you want to be in it to win it, as always, go to the Genesis Models forum, and in there you'll find the competition section. In the competition section there'll be July competition, and all you got to do is post in there absolutely anything, something like count me in or something to that effect, and you're entered. And as I say, we'll be announcing the winner on the 14th of August. So that is the competition for July. What I've got up next is I've done a little bit of shopping. I've brought some really sort of cool paints, and one of those particular paints I'm going to show you now, which is Vallejo's Metal Medium. Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name is Bobby Waldron, and in this video we're going to be having a product review of Vallejo's Metal Medium. This is one of their sort of like technical paints that you can do different things with all their other paints. Now this one, you know, as it says, it's metal and it is a medium, so it's something that you mix with another set of paints to create an effect, and the effect is sort of like a metal finish. Now the colour I'm going to be using, French blue. Now you can use any kind of colour you want pretty much, and basically you turn it into metal. But let's see actually, you know, how good it really is. Well, first off, just get in some of Vallejo's airbrush thinners, right, and I'm just whacking it in my Evolution CR Plus, right, and we want to sort of make a 50-50 mix. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it a good shake, right, and I'm going to start by pouring in our French blue, right, add a bit of that in there, right, and we're having like a 50-50% mix, right, because it does matter how much of this you mix in with the blue. So that's about a 50-50 mix. Right, and you want to give this a good stir, because we need to really sort of stir in all that metallic medium in with our French blue. So spend a little bit more time than usual just giving this a mix. Right, there we go. Wash our brush off. Then what I'm going to be using for this is a leftover wing from a F14. Let's just put some kitchen paper towels down. Now, as you can see, I have given this just a quick surface primer, Vallejo's surface primer, just to make sure this is primed up. Right, let's just check we're flowing nicely. There we go. And then we're just going to now spray this on, and let's just see how this looks. And actually, instantly, I can just see we are getting a really cool metallic finish. Definitely something that would be good for cars. Let's just cut to air and dry that off there a bit. But hopefully, already you can see, that has got quite a nice metallic sort of finish to it. Get some more going on. A nice quick coat there. Yeah, it does do exactly what it says on the tin. It does give us a nice sort of metallic finish, and I can just imagine, the more or less you put on this will, really sort of vary the metallic finish. But what you got to look out for is it does lighten the colour you use. So with this French blue, it is quite a, I don't know if you can quickly sort of tell by me just open up the lid, but you can see it does lighten in colour, and that's because this metallic medium, it's a silver sort of medium on there. Now what I want to show you now is just some stuff I've been sort of messing about with just off camera, just to show you a few more examples. What we have here is using red to get a metallic finish, which I used Italian red 085 by Vallejo. As you can see, it's made it go a bit pink. That is because, as I say, it's like you've added a little bit of white to whatever colour you use, so you've got to keep that in mind. But yeah, it does give you a nice metallic finish. Now you can go off what I've done on this side. This was what was this? This was light grey 050 by Vallejo. But then what I did is I went off and I took the metal medium and I sort of mixed that on itself with plain thinners, and I lightly coated it on top of our light grey. Now doing it this way, I don't know if you could tell, but it just looks, I don't think it looks as good, because it does look as if you've basically sparkled a bit of glitter on top. Okay, but then at the back here, I don't think you can notice it this well, because I have been just messing about, but this is also the light grey, but I put something like maybe 10% of this metal medium, mix that 10% in with our light grey, and the whole idea was, I was kind of thinking, oh, this would be quite cool, the F22s where it looks your whatever grey it is, and then it does have this sort of slight tinge of silver going on in there, and I don't know if you could pick that up on camera, but there is like a slight bit of a silver tinge to that. Maybe I'm just experimenting here, we could have sort of added maybe 20% of our metal medium, but it's another idea, another way of kind of say doing things or something. All in all, yeah, it's I suppose really at the end of the day, if you can go out and get the colour, get the metal colour you want, it is probably better that way, because I mean the one downside is how it turns red into pink, because it's like you're adding some white to it. But yeah, I definitely think it's worth getting, because there's all sorts of little applications you could probably do this with. It does actually kind of make really cool colours. If you're after a specific colour and you can't really sort of mix it, or you can't find the colour, it does help in that way. So yeah, I'd say it's definitely recommended. They are about the same price as any other Vallejo paint out there, about £2. So it's you know, it's not that expensive to have something in your toolkit to use. So hopefully that's been beneficial to all of you. So until next time, my name is Bobby Waldron, this is Genesis Models, and I hope you've enjoyed. So I hope you enjoyed that nice little product review there. I have got some other sort of technical paints, so to speak, that I also brought, which I'll probably do, like, you know, just what I've just done there. Nice little product reviews of them, so you know, stay tuned for them. Also next up, right, holiday. I am on holiday from the 1st of August to the 9th of August. So this doesn't actually really mean anything, because basically all it means is no videos will be going up that Friday. I probably won't be answering emails that much. So, I mean, I'll have a phone, but I won't be like fully on the email answering front. But basically what I'm going to do is, it will be, which Friday is it? I think it's the 31st. That last week of the, well, basically the last week of July, I'm going to be hopefully throwing up a load of F15 videos, a couple of inbox reviews, a bit of this, you know, basically trying to throw out 2 weeks worth of stuff in that last week of July to make up for me being on holiday the first week of August, basically. And you know, as I say, there's not everything's still automatic at Genesis Models, so yeah, there's not really going to be much disruption there. Next up as well, the next group build. Now the next group build is going to be announced next week, which is the 24th. Not only that, after it's been announced, the week after that, which will be the 31st, that is when it will start. So next week we announce, and the week after that it will start. And so far you guys are voting for the aircraft carrier sort of group build, where you just build any scale, any make, whatever, as long as it's an aircraft that is on an aircraft carrier, you build it. So there's a lot of variety there, which is rather cool. Lots of nice models you can do there. So you know, I wouldn't mind having a go at that myself. But you guys seem to be voting for that. So but you know, there's still not too late to propose something else or carry on voting, because there's other topics that you can vote on there and see who's going to win. So that's next week. Just going to now I'll show you the inbox review of our July competition, our Focke-Wulf 190A. Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name is Bobby Waldron, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at Edard's Focke-Wulf 190A 8R2 148 scale. It's a nice Provi Pack edition, so we get a few little aftermarket parts in there. So let's take a look. Well, first off, the box art looks really good, but you also get shown these 6 different markings that we can do on the side there. So let's just open this up. Right, first off, I've got the canopy. Now, if I just zoom you in on the canopy, it does look good. It does have, well, should I say, it doesn't have any kind of cobwebbing effects or scratches or any marks. It is quite shiny. Now, these things are kind of hard to pick up on camera, but with the naked eye, you know, it's not like clear, sparkling, like really nice. It does have a bit of a ripple effect going on in there, but it's not that bad. You can get away with it, and you've got like 4 canopies to choose from there, so there's probably some different options you can put in there and whatnot. Moving across to our next sprue, which you know, the sprues are nice and grey, typical type of Edard type sprues. But what you'll notice is anything on the underside where the ejector pin marks push through, not seeing any ejector pin marks in any horrible nasty places or anything like that. Landing gear, hopefully, as you can see, you know, that's looking, you know, rather good. We've got some nice detail in there. If we take a look at our engine section here. As you can see, that does look, you know, rather nicely detailed as well. So moving along to our next sprue, we have a bit of landing gear detail just here. Hopefully, as you can see, we've got good detail going on. We've got some engine covers as well, which, you know, the plastic does feel nice and smooth, and we've got, you know, some nice, very light sort of ejector pin marks going on in there. Sorry, ejector pin marks, recessed rivets going on in there. They're very nice and faint and light, that you kind of come to expect now from Edard. Again, some more covers going on, really good detail going on in there. On the underside, I mean, again, you've got no nasty ejector pin marks, and you've actually got detail going on inside there as well, which is you know, not something you normally see. Our MGs here as well, hopefully you're liking the look of these, because yeah, they've got some nice detail going on. Just quickly moving along again. Next sprue, we've got propellers. We do have a bit of sort of, might be cockpit detail, can't really remember from the instructions, but here's our cockpit tub. Not much detail going on in here, but I do believe, you know, you can have the option of putting photo etch down, and we're going to be gluing loads of stuff inside there. Got some more detail here of a panel that you can put on here, which does, again, you know, I do like how they've put the detail on the back side as well, so you can sort of have it lying on the aircraft with or on the floor, showing that side of the panel, which is quite good. We got some bombs, fuel tanks just here, also looking rather cool. Next sprue, we've got lots of little pieces going on here. I do like the wheels with this one, they do look rather nice, and these are just lots of tiny little pieces for all sorts of things. But we've got like loads more sort of engine detail going on, you know, because this is like, you can have the engine on display, and there's quite a bit to the engine as well. Just quickly turn this over, and again, you know, ejector pin marks, we haven't really got to worry at all. You know, Edard are really good when it comes to their ejector pin marks. Next up, we've got our fuselage section, right? So just let's see if we can rotate this, and you can sort of see we've got really cool recessed panel lines going on there, recessed rivets, very smooth plastic going on. You know, the recessed rivets are quite faint though, but in a way they are nicely in scale. You also may notice we've got a few light scratches. You can just see that. That is basically just down to scratching while it's been in the box. So packaging is sort of failing there a bit, but still they're very light. You know what, surface primer by Vallejo would probably just sort that out anyway, but you give it a light sand either way. Wing sections going on here, as you can see, same nice surface detail going on all around this kit. On the inside, I mean, there are ejector pin marks, but they are quite neat actually, and they're not in the way of where the cockpit's going to be, just up there. But then what you also get with this kit is some more fuselage section. Now this fuselage, they are slightly different, right? They're very much the same, but there's like, you know, sort of like panel lines and stuff going on here that's just that little bit different, which, you know, could be down to whatever variants that the instructions are gonna show us. But we also have on this sprue is our actual lower wing section, right? Again, checking out that surface detail, looks absolutely lovely. There is some minor flash going on, but it's not that bad actually, considering actually this mold, this tool is about what is it, about 10 years old. I think it was like 2006 or something. This was actually first released and new tooled and everything, you know, so it's new-ish, shall we say. Again, Edard, absolutely fantastic instructions, love their instructions, nice colour, good quality paper, and they really do sort of go through each step really nicely. You've got bits of colour where things need to be glued to this and that. Loads of photo etches that come with this, and it shows you how to put all that down. But it is a typical World War II type build going here. Stroke, you know, you've got your fuselage halves and you've got your wing halves, and then you bring them together to make this all up. You do have this whole engine section, which is rather cool, that builds up there, and you know, you can then go off and there is just literally loads of different panels around the engine section, so you can literally have it all on show, or you can have bits of it on show. You know, so it really does give you a lot of variety there, a lot of options on the engine section. But yeah, as I say, you know, it is pretty straightforward. But then you do get a lot of cool markings with this. As you can see, there's about 6 altogether. Just quickly show you all of them. Really hard camo pattern to do there, but you know, one day I might show you how to do them actually. And then we've got like a nice bit of a showboat one kind of going on here. You do get canopy masks and wheel masks and whatnot. It shows you how that goes on there. And then we've got our stencils at the back. Right, so moving along, let's check out the actual photo etch that we get with this. If I can just get it out of the back. Right then. So let's bring you in on this. Right, now what we have in here is a load of cockpit stuff. So we do have instrument display panels, seat belts, you know, they are pre-painted and everything, as you can expect from good old Edard. Really nice bit of photo etch there, and it does look like most of it is cockpit detail, but there is a little bit of exterior detail on there. We do have the canopy masks. There's no point me getting them out of the bag because you can never really see them right, because it's all yellow and on camera. Next up is the decals. Edard normally goes cartographer, but we shall see. They normally go to cartographer, and then they've normally got like the stencils. They make the stencils, but let's just bring you in on these. Yeah, looking at them, you know, the writing's quite nice and clear. Even the small prints looking really good. They do seem like thin decals. These are normally good decals. I've used them quite a few times, Edard stuff. Yeah, looking really cool there. Then we have the markings, which these aren't made by cartographer. They are made in the Czech Republic. These are looking a little bit different, a little bit glossy, but you know, the colours are all nicely in registry. Yeah, you can read everything nicely, and as I say, I have used Edard decals before, so hopefully these should be good as well. So that is it. That is the whole kit. To buy this kit, RRP is about £22.60, which for a kit like this with the added extras of photo etch and everything is actually a very nice, reasonable price. The kit itself, I mean, if it goes together like a lot of the Edard stuff, then yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really cool kit to put together, because Edard normally does go together really well. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this. I wouldn't mind building it myself. So hopefully until next time, my name is Bobby Waldron, this is Genessis-Models, and I hope you've enjoyed. Right then, we now come to the part of the show where we're going to announce our group build winners of our group build, our World War II bomber group build, which has been going on for 6 months. Fantastic work that's been coming through, loads of you building stuff, and really has been quite a sociable activity on the forum with all the communication. I mean, some of the posts, you know, again, Brindle Donk, you've got this massive thread with loads and loads of posts going on in there, a lot of information, a lot of stuff that you could learn from that group build. So fantastic work for everyone. Now everyone will get a group build, a World War II bomber group build patch, right, which sadly I'm still on order there. I'm just waiting for them to be finished, so hopefully I'll be able to show you them next week, and then I'll ship them out to everyone, so I'll get all your mailing addresses. But the winners, I'm going to announce the winners now. Now the trophies, I will be ordering them in for next week, and the whole reason for that is after announcing these winners, I've then got to go off, get your mailing address, and find out what name you want to have engraved on the trophy. So that's why I haven't got them here with me right now. So let's start off with the most original. Now the most original goes to Kintu. So congratulations to you, Kintu, you are the winner. And basically what I really loved about your build was, I mean, the originality of having, it was a crashed German bomber there, and you had a really cool water effect going on there, and it looked very, very nice and original. So congratulations for that. I'll be getting your mailing address and you know, getting everything ready for you. Brindle Donk is comes third place with his really nice German bomber there. Really got nice good detail going on, even though he dropped it, which is probably an absolute nightmare for any modeler to drop their model. He's still come back and recovered from that, as well as being very sociable on the forum. Next is second place. Now second place went to a really cool aircraft that I really liked the look of. It was a really cool natural metal finish, one of the best natural finishes I think I've seen for a long time, and that goes to Peppermint. So congratulations to you, Peppermint, you came second in our group build here, and if you look at the pictures you'll see, you know, these are a pretty cool natural metal finish going on there, and I find it looks very neat, very tidy, very sharp. You've got that whole engine thing going on there, you know, really, really cool model going on there. And then next up is Top Gun, which is a new kind of competition prize. Instead of first place, we call it Top Gun, and I am in the process of building the trophy, which hopefully I'll have finished for next week and have your name engraved on the big Genessis-Models group build trophy, which will stay here in the studio for all time, and everyone who becomes Top Gun gets their name on the trophy. And the winner of that is VDBO 76. So congratulations to you, you are our Top Gun for our World War II bomber group build. And what I really liked about your model was you just went those extra miles. If you look through the actual build thread, you'll see that the internal detail is pretty damn good. I mean, the one thing about doing the internal detail is it's a lot of effort, and it's really hard to then see inside to see the work you've done, but you really went that stretch with the inside. You know, it's a really cool Japanese bomber, and the chipping looks really cool, but then you've gone off and done this diorama, and that's all like really top notch as well. But then you've also got a vehicle in there, and then you've got another plane in there. It's all in that diorama, and it really just brings it together really, really nice. So congratulations for winning Top Gun. And just to kind of recap on prizes, first off, most original, which is Kintu, that was for it was for a scimitar. Just here, this was the prize for most original, plus t-shirt and a trophy. Third place, which was Brindle Donk, that was for a tracker. Here we go. That was for our S2F tracker there by Kinetics 1/48 scale. Another really cool kit. You get your polo shirt and your trophy as well. Next up is second place, which was Peppermint. You get the Kinetics C2 Greyhound 1/48 scale. Also really cool kit. I have built this. It is a little bit hard, but it is quite impressive when it's done. And then first place is for our Good Morning Da Nang by Edard 1/48 scale. This is a limited edition kit. Not only that, I literally threw in a load of aftermarket parts. I mean, there's well over £100 worth of like kit and aftermarket parts there as well. You get your polo shirt, and what else? You get your trophy, as well as you get your name engraved on the Genessis-Models Top Gun trophy as well. Plus everybody gets the patch. Okay, so congratulations to everybody who won, congratulations to everyone who entered, because they were all fantastic work, and I can't wait till next week to find out what's going to be the next group build here at Genessis-Models, and hopefully I'll have all the trophies and patches and everything to show you and then ship off to you all free of charge. So sadly, you know, we've come to the end of the show. I hope you've enjoyed it. Not many weeks left until I go on holiday, so I've got lots and lots of work to do to catch up for that. So yeah, until next time, my name is Bobby Waldron, this is Genessis-Models, and I hope you've enjoyed.
Thank you.